Forgiveness is a virtue that we must all have. Every human being is mandated to forgive one another. As for Christians, it is a must that we forgive at all times. It is part of the Lord's Prayer. A line says that we should forgive those who trespass against us as the Lord forgives our trespasses. So it means that if we are not forgiving, the Lord will not also forgive us. So we are supposed to always forgive. And there is a verse in the Bible that says that we should love our neighbors as ourselves. And it is also one of the great commandments that Jesus mentioned to us as Christians. So every Christian is supposed to actually have the heart to forgive. But I want to ask this question. When do you draw the line between forgiving somebody and seeking justice for something that someone has done very bad against you? Welcome to the Real Talk Room. My name is Ameyal. In discussing this, I want to use Odobroni versus Queen Emma as a case study. Odobroni, as we all know, whose real name is Priscilla Ofori, is the wife of the late musician Daddy Lumba, music legend. And Queen Emma happens to be a devout member of the Team Legal Wives who has been fighting, ardently fighting for Madam Akosua Sewa, who happens to be the first wife of the late musician. In defending Madam Akosua Sewa, Queen Emma has said very despicable things against Odobroni and her children. In fact, Queen Emma has alleged that Odobroni has a hand or played a role in the death of Daddy Lumba. So at this point, I asked the question, should Odobroni forgive Queen Emma? And I believe that I'm not the only one asking this particular question. So when do you actually draw the line between forgiving somebody and seeking justice? These are very important questions that have been asked. In fact, when it comes to Odobroni, whose issue is before us right now because Queen Emma has been arrested, some have said that Odobroni shouldn't forgive Queen Emma. When do you draw the line between seeking justice and forgiving someone? Especially when you are a Christian, when we are supposed to forgive at all times. I think that Odobroni should forgive Queen Emma. Yes, we are very much imperfect beings. I am imperfect as much as anybody else is imperfect. None of us is righteous. We are all very imperfect. I am very, very not righteous. I do things, say things, and some of these things might hurt others. You understand? So we always have to forgive one another. When someone steps on your toe, you forgive the person. Especially when you're a Christian, you need to forgive the person. And I believe that Odobroni is a Christian. And if she's exercising her Christian faith, then she needs to forgive. Forgiveness, that's the one who is doing the forgiving or who is forgiving the other party much good than the one who has been forgiven. When you forgive someone, you free yourself from any burden that might, actually cause you to worry in life and, be depressed and all that. When you forgive someone, you have your peace of mind. When you forgive someone, you have your mental health very much together. So forgiveness does the one who is doing the forgiving much good, or it is better for the one who is doing the forgiveness than the one who is receiving the forgiveness. Not forgiving someone, as the popular saying goes, is like you drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So in order to have your peace of mind, forgive. Therefore, in order for Odobroni to have, her peace of mind, go about her things, not having bitterness in her heart against anybody, and just be free, because bitterness alone can breed a lot of things that will worry the one who is harboring the bitterness than the one who has hurt you. However, seeking justice is very much different from forgiveness. The fact that I have forgiven you does not mean that I shouldn't seek justice. When you check the same scripture, because much of the things that will be said is that Odobroni is a Christian and must forgive. But when you check the Bible, there was a time that they brought Jesus a queen and they asked Jesus whether or not to pay tax. And Jesus told them that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God. So there's a time to give to God and there's a time to give to Caesar, which is to say that the laws of the land must be respected, must be actually adhered to. So the fact that I forgive you does not mean that I shouldn't seek justice. So yes, Odobroni must forgive Queen Emma for her own sake. However, she should pursue the case to the letter. Seeking justice or pursuing a case to the fullest, ensuring that the law has been dealt with fully, doesn't make a nice person a bad person. It only means that you are applying the law and ensuring that it serves as a deterrence. So in order to deter others, or make sure that this thing does not become something that people keep doing against Odobroni. It is very much appropriate that Odobroni will seek justice by making sure that the one who has leveled allegations against her goes to court and proves that the things that she has said or the things that he has said, indeed, he or she has evidence. The fact that you are pursuing the case in court or the fact that you are letting the laws take its full course doesn't mean that you're a bad person. I am of a firm conviction that we must see this case fully exhausted, and those who must face the punishment, they face the punishment for it. So others would take cue from it and make sure that they measure their words. If you don't have evidence to what you are saying, don't say it in the first place. And please, this should not be limited to Queen Emma alone. It should also be extended to everybody else who has said something or made any allegation against Odobroni or Roman father. And let them come and prove to us the allegations, whether it is true or not. So the fact that I forgive you does not make me a bad person when I decide to seek justice. The only problem I'll have is when you decide not to forgive the other person because the person has wronged you, because it will not help you. Just forgive the person. It is a must for everyone to forgive. Let us forgive one another, but it doesn't mean that I will not seek justice when I have to. Thank you very much for your time with me. Please subscribe to this channel, like and share the videos. Drop your comments. Let's get interactive. Thank you. I'm out.